Hello students, today we are going to start lecture number 8 on optics. In this lecture, we have seen defects of lenses. Firstly, chromatic aberrations, convex lens, concave lens, and reducing, eliminating chromatic aberrations. And second point is that spherical aberrations. First, convex lens, concave lens, and also reducing or eliminating the spherical aberrations. So let us start today's topic by using today's topic, that is the aberrations. What is the aberrations? Aberrations is the defect in the image formed by the mirror or lenses are known as aberrations. Aberrations are of two types. First is the chromatic aberration and second is the spherical aberration. So let us see one by one. First is what is chromatic aberration. The rays of light after refraction through a lenses form a number of colored images of different sizes at different positions. This defect is known as chromatic aberration. In the previous lecture, we have seen the lenses, convex lens and concave lens. Let us see here lens defect. Since the focal length f of a lens is dependent on the strength of the lens, it follows that different wavelengths will be focused to different positions. Chromatic aberration of a lens is seen as fringes around the image due to a zone of focus. Let us see here, this is your chromatic aberration. If this light will be passed in this lens, convex lens, then it will get the different color with different focal point. If we consider from here to here, this is the focal length, different focal points having a different focal length. Then also here a lens will not focus the different color in exactly the same place because the focal length depends on refraction and the index of refraction. For blue light, shorter wavelength is larger than of the red light, that means the longer wavelength. The amount of chromatic aberration depends on the dispersion of glass. In this previous lecture also we have seen the dispersion of light. If we consider this is the white light will be passed in this convex lens, then it will be produce a different color. Let us see here, this color, red color, also this is your blue color. In this diagram here it is clear that the blue light having a short wavelength and red light having a longer wavelength. That means the wavelength of red light is greater than that of the wavelength of blue light. Also, the refraction of blue light is larger than that of the red light. This is about the convex lens. Also in concave lens, there is the same condition that the red light, when the white light will be passed through this concave lens, then it will get the seven color. If we consider the red color and blue color, then the refraction of blue light is larger than the red light, and also the blue light having a shorter wavelength and red light having a longer wavelength. So the different color having a different focal point, that means the different focal length. So one way to minimize these aberrations is to use glasses of different dispersion in a doublet or other combination. So another approach used to space doublet. Next, so for a lens to be achromatic, the focal length for red light it will be denoted by FR must be the same as that of the blue light. In this diagram, we have seen that there are the different focal lengths. That means the different focal point, that is for red light, red color, and also the blue color. So FR must be same as that for the FB. Then there will be the achromatic aberration. As with the achromatic prism, this can be produced by using the doublet made of two thin lenses of different refractive indices. If we consider for blue light, that means 1 upon FB is equal to 1 upon FB plus 1 upon F dash B. What is 1 upon FB? F is the focal length and B is B for blue light. B for blue light. Also for red light, 1 upon FR is equal to 1 upon FR plus 1 upon FR dash. So from this equation also we have for each lenses, that is 1 upon FB minus 1 upon FR is equal to NB minus NR, one in one bracket, also in another bracket 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. And if we know that if we consider yellow color is the mean color, then 1 upon Fy is equal to Ny minus 1, that is the Ny minus 1 in one bracket, and also 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. What is Ny? Ny is the refractive index for yellow color. Therefore, 1 upon Fb minus 1 upon Fr is equal to omega upon Fy. What is omega? Omega is nothing but the dispersive power of length. Omega is the dispersive power of length. And also 1 upon Fb dash minus 1 upon F dash R is equal to omega dash upon Fy dash. Therefore, this gives us omega upon Fy plus omega dash upon Fy dash is equal to 0. Therefore, we get the equation omega upon Fy plus omega dash upon Fy dash is equal to 0. So, also it will be seen that the chromatic aberration is the image of white object is colored and blurred because of different refractive index of lens is different for different color. This defect is known as the chromatic aberration. That means we know that this is the white light will be passed, then it will produce the different color and having a different focal point, also having a different focal length. So this is the FR means red color of focal point, and this is the FV means the focal point of violet color. So in this case, mu V, refractive index of V means violet, refractive index for violet color is greater than refractive index of red color. Also the focal point, that means the focal length of red color is greater than focal length of violet color. Then this equation for the mathematically chromatic aberration can be written as Fr minus Fv is equal to omega Fy. What is Fr? Focal length for red color minus focal length for violet color is equal to dispersive power of lens into Fy, focal length of yellow color. Yellow color is the mean color. Then omega is nothing but the dispersive power of length. Then Fy is the focal length for mean color. Then we remove this chromatic aberration, that is to remove this defect, that is for achromatism we use 2 or more lenses in contact in place of single lens. Therefore, the mathematical condition for achromatism is omega 1 upon F1 plus omega 2 upon F2 is equal to 0, and that is nothing but the omega 1 F2 is equal to minus omega 2 F1. Then next, second point will be spherical aberration. In spherical aberration, Also, we have seen the convex lens and the concave lens. In ability of a lens to form the point image of a point object on the axis is called as the spherical aberration. In this defect, all the rays passing through a lens are not focused at a single point, and the image of a point object on the axis is blurred. So let us see here. This is your marginal rays. This is the parallel rays is going in this lenses, incident on these lenses. Then it will get the focal point, different focal point. That is F, and also this is the focal point. Also this is the focal point. This is your about the convex lens, and this is about the concave lens. So, what will be the method to remove this spherical aberration? Let us see here. Removal. A simple method to reduce the spherical aberration is to use a stop before and in front of the lens. But this method reduces the intensity of the image as most of the light is cut off. Also, by using a plano-convex lens, using the two lenses separated by a distance t is equal to f minus f dash using cross lens. So, the spherical aberration can be removed by using the plano-convex lens. In these lenses, also the spherical aberration, that means the focal length will be different. That means the focal point will be different. Therefore, by using the plano-convex lens, also the d is equal to f minus f dash using the cross lenses, we can remove the spherical aberration. Also, the spherical aberration of a convex lens is positive for real image. B. Concave lens is negative. Concave lens is negative and convex lens is positive in consideration of spherical aberration. So, thus a suitable combination of them, one can completely eliminating the spherical aberration. Okay, so thank you.